Okay. There you go. I'm back. No, we don't need that share anymore because I'm going to be talking here. Webinar is now streaming live on Facebook. That's what we wanted, right? Okay, I got everything going. I got the, what do you call it? The cameras going. Did I shave today? No, everybody can see that, right? Hello, my name is Jay. For those of you that don't know me, I am a full-time network marketer. Been full-time for the last 5 years. I've been in the industry off and on since 2005, okay? For those of you that are marketers, I got my first training with a company called Prepaid Legal back in 2005. And yes, we made a lot of money back then. That's all I'm going to say about that. But here, tonight, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over about 12 different reasons as to why you need to have your own network marketing company. And I'm going to ask you to forgive me because I am going to be doing a little reading here, okay? And I'm not going to share my notes up there on the screen. I got it right here in front of me. These figures, I just went and got them fresh today, so this is up-to-date news here. This is where I'm going to start at first, right? And it says the average person is realizing that their dreams the average person is realizing that their dreams are being realized not by them. Check this out, not by them, but by the people that they work for. You get that? Okay? You're not realizing your dreams, but the person that you're out there working for 8 to 10, sometimes 12 hours a day, they're realizing their dreams. Businesses have the ability to keep costs exactly where they want them in terms of employee payroll. 90+% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, which means businesses pay just enough to keep people working for them, but not nearly enough to help them break free from the job prison. Now, they call it prison. I call it job slavery myself. I feel very blessed because I was able to break loose back in, 1974, okay? I stepped out of the military in June, and by December, I had opened my first business, okay? So, yeah, after working 10 years for someone from the age of 17 to 27, I realized this was not for me. This was not the way to go. At the end of one's work life, the vast majority of people have to either continue, listen to this now, continue to work or move in with the family, as their 401ks have an average of $50,000 in them that is supposed to pay for living expenses the rest of their lives. And Social Security, we're not even going to talk about Social Security. Social Security is just a plain old joke. You have people living in poverty on Social Security. So this is a legitimate reason, number one, why people need a plan B, okay? A business that creates them residual income. This is why you have your network marketing industry and the fact that it's doing so well, because it does create residual income. That's important. Okay. According to the New York Daily News, I'm still reading some statistics here. According to the New York Daily News, 70% of the working force hate their job. Okay, actually, I believe it's 90% myself, but I'm going by the New York Daily News. So why settle for what you hate? Why force yourself to get out of bed and go to a job every morning? Okay, we've actually settled, and we're letting ourselves get accustomed to the fact that we're going to work. Now, in reality, if I can back up just for a second, if you really think about it, what we really are, we're brainwashed. Our parents, what did we see our parents do? We saw them go to work. We saw them make bills. We saw them barely make it. I remember seeing my dad. My dad used to always get a part-time job 2 or 3 months out before a big holiday, such as Christmas, or Easter. So he had some extra money to get us the things that he wanted us to have. Vacation was staying home painting the house or fixing the roof. That was vacation for dad. So the owner or the owners of businesses, they don't do that. Owners of businesses, they take vacations 2-3 times a year. All right, summer one, winter one, president's birthday, you name it. They find reasons to get away. The Washington Post says only 13% of people worldwide actually like going to work. All right, so we got the Washington Post. We have, which is actually saying, if you take that one there, what that's actually saying there is 87% of the people don't like their job because they don't like going to work. Your job, your career should be something that you love to do. Most of us don't get something that we love to do because number one, we couldn't take the time to pay for the education to do it. Some of us like to be astronauts. Okay, others would like to be inventors, or what do they call it? Work with the arts. You know, be a painter, a book writer, dancer. You know, but that takes first of all, you have to get into the best schools to be able to do those things. Okay, this is why having your own business is an opportunity that most people read out on. Now that we got through some statistics, last one, this is very important, and I believe this one came from Huffington Post. 5,500 people join an internet business every day. Now that equals out to be 2,000 a month joining business. So I want you to ask yourself a question now that we've gotten this far right here. Are you a person that loves your job? Do you love getting up every morning? And I know some people get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Then they have to make an hour commute. If they're in the city, they're probably taking the underground or something like that, or subway, okay, a train. If you're commuting, normally you're commuting 45 minutes to an hour one way. So that means that if your work day is 8 hours, it's actually 12 with your drive. Why am I telling you that? Because I work from home. My commute is from my breakfast table. You get my point, right? Okay, it's one of the conveniences of working from home. Now, let me tell you some advantages. This is what's important. I tell you, I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you need to have a home-based business, right? Number one, we just mentioned it, a commute to work, okay? That's the number one reason. I don't really need a car. When I was in direct marketing, right, or let's say direct sales, because it's all a part of direct marketing. I was in that for 32 years. The last 15 years I spent on the highway. I had to make a commute to my office, which happened to be normally, under normal conditions, 35 minutes. On a bad day, I could take an hour to either go and get home, okay, because my clients were military personnel and there were none in my town, so I had to drive to them. So I know about commuting, that's for sure. All that stopped when I closed my office down in 2012 and decided to turn to the internet. One of the things that's very important, number two reason you want to have your own business is because of the fact that you get to choose your own hours. I was speaking to a young lady last night, and she shared with me that she's a night owl. Now, understand, she works an 8-hour job. She's also going to college, and she finds time to run her business in the middle of the night. Okay, now that's what I call dedication. Okay, so she's running her own business, and there's a certain degree she wants to have, so she's making a sacrifice. So you get to choose your own hours that you want to work. And believe it or not, the unique thing about your having your own business, it actually becomes a part of you. It's yours. It's your business. You're not going to work to help someone else accomplishing their dreams. You're accomplishing your dreams. So therefore, you want to go to work every morning. You want to jump out the bed. You want that clock to go off, okay? And you get up. Because guess what? When you lay down that night, some ideas came to you, and you jump up in the morning and you want to jot them down and you want to go out and you want to put them into it. So when you're in business for yourself, your creativity comes to life. You're always thinking of different ways, of course, to increase your bottom line, which of course is your profit, okay? So we got work your own hours. This is a heavy one here. A lot of people are working jobs and they can't stand the people that are around them. So when you have your own network marketing business, you get to choose the people that you work with. When I'm talking to someone about becoming my partner, my business partner, right? I didn't say work for me. I said become my business partner. I still have an interview with them because I want to see if they think like I do. A lot of times you're on the job and there's people, I know it, that you really can't stand being around. But you have to put up with them. And sometimes, believe it or not, it's your supervisor, okay, or your manager, whatever you want to call it. But you have to put up with them because you want to get that check every 2 weeks, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the month, okay? Which you and I know is not even enough, but you do get one. That's what's important there. So where are we at now? I think this one is a big one. 3, of course, was you get to pick the people that you want to work with. That's beautiful. So you're setting up your own work environment. This is heavy here. You get to put your talents and creativity to work in building your dreams and not someone else's. A lot of times we'll go to work for someone, and what we'll do is that, excuse me just for a second here, I didn't bring a Kleenex. Oh boy. What we'll do is that we will take our talents that were given to us, whether it's in sales, you might be good in accounting, bookkeeping, whatever you're good at, and we give it to our boss because we're trying to impress them. Well, look, when you have your own business, all that talent that you have inside of you, then you can put it all into your business. Okay, because again, you're not working for wages, an hourly wage, you're working for profit. So you can let your creativity run wild to build your business. All right, number 5. I kind of just said it. I put 4 or 5 together, my apology. You get to determine your hourly wage through profits, not someone else dictating what your time is worth. That's when you have a salary. I think you remember, I read back up here at the top. Okay, they said that a business owner pays just enough to keep people working for them and not nearly enough to help them break free. I want y'all to really think about that one for a while because you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Where am I at? Number 6, and this is a heavy one here. I really like this one here. A lot of people are not aware of this, okay? But when you go to work for yourself, you're putting yourself in a position to get a minimum, I'm saying, between $3,000 to $9,000 in tax write-offs. Okay, that's off of your taxes, lowering your tax bracket by $3,000 to $9,000 because you have over 400 different tax write-offs that you can use. And let me say tax boat. Remember that word, tax boat, before I forget, because that's an app you can put on your telephone. It will help you with your bookkeeping tremendously. Just remember that name. TAXBOT, tax boat. Look it up, okay? Now, here's a couple of examples of what I mean by write-offs. I'm not going to go over all of them because there's 400 of them. But 58 cents per mile on your gas, car payment, your insurance. By the way, your own health insurance you get to write off if you're self-employed. I said car payment. Oh, yeah, dinner. If you go out to dinner. This is cool. You could actually take trips. You could go to Las Vegas with your wife. Let's just say you want to fly over for a 3-day weekend and make sure you take some business cards with you and you talk to someone while you're there about your business. Guess what? That was a business trip. So I don't care if you spent for that 3 days, $600, $700, it's a tax write-off. It was a business trip, okay? Dinners, here's an excuse for you to take your wife out to dinner once a week. I know ladies are gonna love me for that one. Because you can, again, you talk about some business while you're there, okay? You got waiter and everything. Put a name or something on the back, who you talk to. and get the long receipt. And guess what? That was a business write-off. So there's a number of things you can write off. A percentage of your mortgage or rent you can write off. And normally it's roughly about a third in that. But check me on that one, right? This seminar is not about that, so I don't want to get into too many details. Number 7, and this is, I think, one of the most important ones right here, number 7. You get to help others achieve their dreams by becoming a good mentor or teacher. I was always told by my mentor that if you want to become successful, what you need to do is that you need to have, number 1, a good mentor, and then you need to become a mentor. Because here's the thing. When you become a mentor, you have to learn more. You're forced to learn more, okay? Because you want to make sure that whoever you bring on, you don't embarrass yourself by not knowing the information. I mean, prior to this call, I was on the phone for about, I think, 30 minutes with one of my business partners, new, and we were going over some things to help her to lift her business to another level, okay? So have a good mentor, and you become a mentor. And of course, number 7, you're helping others to achieve their dream, which will automatically help you to achieve your dream, which means your goals. I don't care if it's weekly, monthly, yearly. Okay, you do that by the number of people that you help. Okay. This is beautiful. This is really a reason I want to stay home. Number 8, you get to raise your own kids. How about that? You get to be there like my mom was. My mom was home when we went to work. I'm sorry. When we went to school in the morning, if we got sick, she was there. The nurse would call and tell your mom to come get you, whatever. She was there, and she was there to help us with our homework in the evening, or let's say to make sure we did our homework. Okay, that's for sure. And think of being able to be home and to go on your school trips with your kids. If they have an event in the middle of the daytime, you can be there sitting in the audience watching them. It kind of gives you a closer connection to your child, more bondage. And you're not passing your child off to a nanny or babysitter to raise your child. That's by itself is worth building your own home-based business. Trust me, I'm a dad. I know what I'm talking about. I'm one of those guys that was always away from home, so please. Okay, you get to raise your kids. Oh, vacations. Vacations. I was talking to a guy on Facebook this morning. He was happy. He said, I'm getting ready to take my 1 vacation this year. And I wrote him back and I told him, I said, how would you like to take 3 vacations this year? When you're in business for yourself, you get to determine how many vacations you take. You get to determine when you take a vacation. You don't have to get on anybody's list or schedule or anything like that. You're the one that gets to pick and choose when you want to take a vacation. Okay? Something that's very important, which a lot of people don't realize. Number 10, and I hope I'm going to make a lot of sense when I say this. When people really get to understand the network marketing business, which now I'm presuming was 2 years ago, something like 180 billion, must be at least 190 billion, approaching a $200 billion industry, the highest industry in the world, the highest paid industry in the world, okay? I wrote here, you get to influence your neighborhood. Really, you get to influence your neighborhood. You get to influence your community. Let me back up on that one because this is important. I don't want to go too fast on this. You get to influence your number 1, your circle of influence. Meaning, a lot of people are not aware of this, but you actually touch 500 to 600 people. You influence 500 to 600 people. That's your circle of influence. That's the people that you touch. It could be from someone that's directly in your family to a friend, a coworker, the place where you get your nails done, your hair cut, your car wash, your clothes clean, right? You have a large circle of influence. So you have an opportunity to change your neighborhood, your community. You're involved in a church. Church always looking for raise more money. Okay, your school system, political events, all through having your own business and being a business owner. Okay, once you establish that you're a business owner, you're looked at in a different light. Okay, you can get more things done than when you're working with someone else to help them to fulfill their dream. Now, I only went over about 10 reasons. I believe there's a lot more out there. The biggest is being able to establish a lifestyle that you feel is fit for you and your family. Now, I don't care if that's living in a 5,000 square foot home, 7,000 square foot home, double car garage, swimming pool, tennis court, okay? Driving a $100,000 car. I'm not going to name any one, okay? Everybody's got their own idea of what it is. But in network marketing, for your future, if you look at everything that's going on with your government, and by the way, if you look at what's going on with your government is actually telling you that you need to have your own business, because they're actually cutting out different things, programs for people who are unemployed, even down to your health insurance. Okay, so you don't take this lightly. You need to be concerned. And remember this, if you're on the 40-40 plan, okay, that last 40, you can't live off 40% of your last paycheck. You cannot live off Social Security. So you need to establish a plan B right now, today. Okay? If you don't have one, I have an excellent one. Okay? The company's been out there since 2010. The mother company's been out there going on 20 years. The owner has, impeccable character, very well known in the industry. So, oh yeah, by the way, they pay you 100% commission too. That's important. All right, when you're picking a company, always look at your commission, what the bottom line is, what you get paid for the work that you put out. But that's another video. I don't want to go into that. I just wanted to give you those 10 reasons why you need to start your own network marketing business. And do me a favor. If what I just said makes sense to you, by the way, this, even though I have it on Facebook, give me till tomorrow morning at the latest. It will be on YouTube. Okay, so subscribe to my channel. There's a number of videos on there. Just go to YouTube, do a search for Jay Earley. Earley spelled E-A-R-L-E-Y. Jay, of course, is J-A-Y. E-A-R-L-E-Y is my last name. There's only two of us. I'm the guy that has a little tan. Okay, you recognize my picture. Don't worry about it. Okay, subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of videos there. Everything from motivation, inspiration, training. I do it all. Try to do it all for you. Okay. My job is to mentor you that you can mentor someone else, and we'll all enjoy that life that we were meant to live. Okay. So I'm gonna end this one, like I end every one. I will see you at the top, or I'll be waving to you from the top. The choice is yours. God bless. Have an awesome day. Bye now.